Share. Share via email post to your profile report story. After the conversation with Gran Torino, Ochako took Izuku to his room before she went to hers. It's possible that the villain might go after you. Deku. She thought worried about his current state, even though the likelihood of the villain to trespass Ua and go after Deku is slim. She can't help but contemplate on the possibility of him getting hurt again. Well, the day she got out she had help. From who? Aizawa asked. Goto Masuji, also known as the villain Muscular. Ochako realized what Toga and Muscular's escape could mean for her. Did Toga tell that villain about me? About my relationship with Deku? She thought as the memories of her encounter with Toga came flooding back to her thoughts. I want him to suffer. If I kill you, it'll kill him more, isn't that romantic? I'm killing you instead, that'll put him to his misery. Soon enough the memories overwhelmed her with emotions. The more she thought about Deku, the more she thought about Toga. Poor Ochako, you don't know what to do to you. A familiar voice muttered, typical Ochako, always in over her head, she added. Ochako looked at the figure in front her. Why do you keep on pushing yourself to him? Ochako gasped at the sight of Toga failing to utter any word. Muscular will come for you, she declared. When he does, poor Izuku will only watch as he fails to save you. We will get through this and stop him, no matter what you say. Toga. Ochako uttered, visibly terrified. Blank, underscore, blank, underscore, blank. Meanwhile Deku is on his room thinking about Gran Torino's words. Promoted stories. You'll also like The Rising of the Shield Hero of Peace. 37.9K 788. When All Might, formerly the #1 hero in Japan, also known as the symbol of peace, is transported to a world where he is dubbed in Quad, the Shield Hero in Quad, his name. My Hero Academia, Overcoming Fear. 7.6K 422. Since Hikari was a little girl, she's been afraid of using her mother's quirk. All her life, she's only used her father's quirk, because she was afraid of becoming like My Heroes, BNHAX Child. Reader. 35.9K 717. This book is very old and cringy, and quad, Mom. Dad, and quad, they're gone, and quad, why did they leave me behind? Did they hate me that much? And quad, no. Anti-hero, 26.4K 929. Yaoyorozu Momo, Bakugo Katsuki and Todoroki Shoto are top students and unlikely friends from UA Academy, a school in an alternate Japan that has 80% of its entire populace. MHA reacts to Paranormal Liberation War. Company, 72.2K 1.8K. Paranormal Liberation War, the event that shook the world of My Hero Academia and turned the entire country of Japan into a lawless land. Many heroes lost their lives in Firestorm. My Hero Academia X Reader. 83.5K 2.1K. This is my first My Hero Academia book. In a world where everyone has this unique power called a quirk, there is one problem child with an powerful quirk but also a family. A Dragon's Trust Book 1. 2.2M 60.4K. A Dragon's Trust BNHA Various X Nightlight. Reader Book 1. And quad. What are you and quad? And quad. A friend. And quad. Tilde. Female. Reader. Male and female love interest. It's possible that the villain might go after you. Does Muscular intend to settle a score between us? He asked himself. This is bad. If he strikes before I even recover, I'll surely die, he thought. I have to recover fast so I can train with my quirk again. He told himself, I don't want anyone to worry about me again. I don't want to burden anyone, especially her. Suddenly he thought of Uraraka's reaction to the news. She looked like she saw a ghost. Will she be alright? Does it have something to do with Toga's involvement with Muscular? He thought back of the last conversation they had about that villain. From the manga again, if you want to know more about what occurred that day, check it out, chapter 342. No, Izuku, stop overthinking. You know she will be okay, she's amazing. He thought, looking back at the awesome day they had together. I should text her, and thank her for today, he uttered, grabbing his phone. Blank, underscore, blank, underscore, blank. Why are you here, Toga? Because you want me to. The villain smiled menacingly. We're best friends after all. We are not best friends, she declared. Ah, that hurts. Too bad. Why are you really here, Toga? Ochako asked. What do you want? She asked with tears in her eyes. I didn't ask to be here. Ochako, you wanted me to be. You really haven't realized it after all this time, Ochako. I told you, we were one and the same. The brunette froze and stared in horror at the sight of Toga wearing her face. The thought of her being the same as the villain disgusts and confuses her. She knew it wasn't true, but the small possibility that she has shook her to her core. Then it occurred to her. The only difference is I'm more than willing to kill him myself. Toga continued. While you would rather let him get killed by someone else. I guess you just don't love him enough, huh? She added. No. That's not how it works, Toga. Ochako replied. You believe in that twisted thinking of yours, but that is not how it works. Deku already told you that, she added, trying her best to stay composed. Is that so? Toga responds. What about we put that to the test? She smiled, pulling a knife from her belt, lunging forward, holding a knife by Ochako's throat. See you, Ochako, she uttered as she slit her throat. At that moment Ochako opened her eyes. It's just a dream. She thought of what Toga said in her dream. I told you, we were one and the same. Realizing that she did say that months ago. From chapter 289, check it out, it's awesome. She pushed herself up from her bed, curling up to a ball. Am I way in over my head? She asked herself. Deku. Suddenly she noticed her phone turning on by itself. She grabbed it to see what caused it, seeing a message from him. Hey Uraraka. Ochako faintly smiled by his message. Hey Deku, why are you still awake? It's late. Well, I can't exactly sleep. Been thinking about Gran Torino's news. How about you? I was already sleeping until you woke me up, dummy. Really? Sorry Uraraka, I didn't mean to wake you. Ochako can't help but smile at Deku's reply, laid in her bed once again to try to drift herself back to sleep. No, it's fine, I was just kidding. I actually woke up from a bad dream, but it's fine. Are you okay, Uraraka? Of course I am, it's just a dream, silly. How about you, Deku? Are you going to be okay? I admit knowing Muscular might be after me is a bit concerning. But I can manage. I just have to recover fast so I can use my quirks again. And besides, I have you and everyone else by my side, so there's nothing to worry about. So determined as always. You can do it, mighty boy. Come on, Uraraka. Don't tell me you're gonna start calling me that in front of everyone else. Hey, I like it. Maybe I'll use it, Jay. It's embarrassing. Why did mom tell you that? I'm just joking, silly. I'll just keep it for myself, carrot underscore carrot. That's a relief. Thanks for today, Uraraka. You don't need to thank me, Deku. I'm happy to help you in whatever way possible, smiley face. Can I go with you on your therapy tomorrow? Really? Are you sure? Of course I'm sure. I want to. She really is amazing. Deku thought. Besides, I'm already spoken for Deku. I wonder who that lucky guy is. He faintly smiled to himself. Well, see you tomorrow, Uraraka. I have to sleep now. I still feel a little tired from the therapy. Okay. Good night, Deku. Sleep well. Good night. You should rest as well. Sweet dreams, Uraraka. After her conversation with Deku, she placed her phone on her nightstand. She looked at the ceiling of her room, contemplating over her conversation with him. Thank you, Deku, she muttered, smiling to herself. Moments later, she fell asleep once again. She slept peacefully for the rest of the night. Blank, underscore, blank, underscore, blank. Author's note: I really enjoyed writing this one. I hope you guys liked it. Thanks for the support, you guys are awesome.